So here we go again with the tarot cards, and we start with the Hanged Man. And he is obviously about change, and this change is most often about 180 degrees. So you will just be flipped upside down, everything will change, but you will also be enlightened from this. Many people forget this light around his head, you see here, but this is also your light bulb goes on. I don't know how you call it in English, we call it like that, that your inner light goes on and you have a clear vision from one moment to the other what you should do. Yeah, so this is sometimes painful, sometimes it is hurting, sometimes it means you have to you have to sacrifice something, you have to make sacrifices, but you don't sacrifice for nothing. What you gain will be bigger than what you have sacrificed, you know. And sometimes we just have to put it the other way around. We have to change totally, and this is what this card is about. In real life, when you have a real reading, this is most often not so dramatically. It is not that people, for example, they would break out of their marriage and they would leave their family or anything like this. It is not about the big drama in most cases. Most often it is about things that are overdue to be changed. And now, because you have waited so long, you just really need to turn it around. You can't do anything else. You just have to go to, like taking a tree, putting its root out and putting it the other way around in the earth. It is, you could describe it if you need a picture for this, yeah. But I think this picture is very clear too. And as I always tell my clients, don't forget this light here. It is not just about pain, about things that are hurtful or anything like that. It is also about insight, about like enlightenment. You really get your light shining through this change. So now we have a card many people are afraid of, and this card is death. And many people ask me, what is with these persons? Why are there these different persons on the card? You have a king, his crown is here, you can see it. You have someone from the church, you have young children, and so on. It always depends on the card you have. And there are sometimes different pictures on it or different persons, but this means that in the face of death, everyone is the same. No one is better than the other person. If you are rich, if you are poor, it does not matter. There are some situations in life where everyone is the same. And this is a card of transition. It is also a card of initiation in a deeper sense. So I always tell people, please take a look at the sun here that is about to rise. So it is not just everything bad or evil, but you have to make a change and things will end. And this card is if you had a wish for change, then this is one of the best cards you can get. For example, some time ago I had a woman, I did a year reading for her. So at New Year's I did a reading for her for the whole new year, and her card of the year was death. And this year she became pregnant, her first baby, and she was so happy. And she told me about it later, that death was indeed her card this year, because her old life died. Everyone who has children will tell you anything changed. Everything changed when the baby came. And so this card can indicate very positive things. I always tell the story because people are often too afraid of this card to see it in a neutral way. Yeah, so you have to tell people what really happens in life when this card comes up sometimes. Yeah, of course, this is a very sad card if you don't want it to end something. Yeah, there are, for example, many people who are in a difficult love situation, maybe with a partner who is married or things like that. Yeah, it should not be, but this is real life, and you can't always do something against love. And then this card means you have to end it, but it is not the most harsh end in tarot. The most harsh end is the Ten of Swords. This is just a cut and it is very hurtful. The death has one advantage as a card. It is a natural end. I always call it the organical end. And most clients know what I mean with it. This means that you are facing a situation that is just like in nature. When something dies, and something new will be reborn from it later. Yeah, it is. We have a saying in Germany: one door closes and the other one opens. Yeah, in life, and this is what this card means. It is not about physical death or what people fear. These are stories made up by people who don't know anything about the cards, but who know how to tell a nice spooky story. And why shouldn't they? But this is not about reading the cards. Okay. So now we come to a card. This is a very nice one. This is Temperance. And for German ear, temperance is like temperature. So it is about finding the right temperature in my imagination. And this is what this card is about, actually. Temperance means, it's like cocktail mixing here. She mixes here and there until she has the right balance of things. It is like the Lovers, but more active here. And as you can see, this is a very important detail of the cards. One foot is in the water and one foot is at the earth. So it is a decision balanced between feelings and emotions on one side, the water side, and the earth, that means everyday life. Yeah, what you really encounter. So this card is very, very balanced, and it means that you will have a very good outcome that will serve everybody in a situation. Yeah, everybody who is involved will be content at the end. And this is very difficult to achieve this sometimes, so this is a very good omen. It is like a mild card, yeah? Sometimes people expect the cards to be very spectacular and they should tell them anything they miss in life. I have the feeling, yeah? They should tell them all fancy things and what will happen and such a wondrous, miraculous life they will encounter. But the cards are about real life, and real life is not every day full of sensations. And sometimes we need these mild cards, so to say, that just tell the story the way it is. And sometimes life is like that. It is very, very nice and very balanced, and this is something we should appreciate too. It is not just fireworks, yeah. It is sometimes like that, and this is very good too.